Cutman just left. He's fixing his hair.
Got to make sure I've got the right amount of poof.
Well, we can't. God forbid we have over poofage.
No, we had under poofage. It was a little flat.
I'm going to let you have that one, sir. What is up, Interwebs? Big Lou here. Matt, the Cutman, with me as always. And we have just come from seeing the new installment from the Marvel MCU, Captain Marvel, or Captain Marvel, as she's called in the local tongue. Cutman, what'd you think of Captain Marvel?
I thought it was marvelous.
It was marvelous. How long you been sitting on that one there, Sparky?
Long enough.
Okay, fair enough. No, I agree. I thought it was incredibly well done. Highly entertaining from start to finish, and filled in some gaps that I didn't know that I needed to be filled. So
yeah, it was. It definitely served its purpose.
Yeah.
Giving you a nice little backstory.
Yep.
Really, what happened with certain things.
Yeah.
Shield related.
Sure.
Without spoiling anything.
Yeah,
right up top.
We'll get to some spoilers towards the end of this video, but in the meantime, Brie Larson.
Yes.
She is an absolute delight of an individual.
She is a joy.
An absolute joy.
We're going to bring her out in just a minute.
Yeah, she'll be right out. I loved the chemistry that she had with Sam Jackson.
And you feel like that's real.
For sure. That was definitely one of the biggest things about this movie that stood out the best was their chemistry. I mean, this was a 90s buddy cop movie mixed with this, intergalactic sci-fi adventure.
That old yarn.
Yeah.
I loved the 90s nostalgia in that movie between the soundtrack
I knew you were gonna say that.
And the shirts that she was wearing.
I loved the shirts.
Come on.
The nostalgia was definitely there. See, in the 90s, when everyone was listening to that kind of music, I was listening to, 80s metal and stuff, so...
Well, you're always a decade behind.
I am definitely a decade behind, as usual, but the soundtrack... Every time I heard one of the songs that was like, oh, that'll be on the soundtrack, it literally made me think, oh, hey, that'll be on the soundtrack. And it's all good music. I'm not taking anything away from it, but it definitely pulled me out of the... it was like, okay, they're trying to do the Guardians thing with the soundtrack. I get it. But...
it was definitely appropriate for its time.
Oh, for sure. For the setting. It absolutely was. So, and seeing a young Coulson again was very cool.
Coulson with some more hair?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm sure Jennifer Grey loved that.
I have no doubt. So, what about the story itself? Did it grab you? Did it let you sink your teeth into it?
Well, I don't know if my teeth were sunk into it, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a distraction. Again, I feel like the movie itself was a bit of a placeholder, but also entertaining.
Yeah. And I think that because it was a placeholder, at least for me, as far as the story goes, I felt that some of what they were trying to do with her character suffered. I think that had this not been the big one that everyone was expecting to fill in the gaps between Infinity War and Endgame, and they could have just focused on telling her story, I think it would have been done better justice to the character. But I was not bored at all. No. I was highly entertained throughout the whole thing. So, and can I just say how Ben Mendelsohn is probably one of my favorite actors right now. Yeah. His arc in this movie is probably one of my favorite arcs in any of the MCU. And without no spoilers here or anything, but I was very, very pleased with not only his character arc, but his performance shown through all those prosthetics.
When he came on screen and he said something, a friend of mine that I saw the movie with was like, "Who is that?"
Yeah.
And I lean over and I go, "He created the Death Star."
Yes. Yes, he did. Director Krennic. But yeah, no, I very much agree with that. Was there anything, without getting into any spoilers, that didn't work for you, sir?
Let's see. We got your hot female fighter pilot check. That was cool.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well.
No. It checked all the boxes that I needed.
Just that one check mark was all
straight away that had me.
You had me at hello. So, definitely agree with that. But, so.
I noticed you haven't mentioned why I'm wearing the shirt.
Why are you wearing the shirt?
I didn't have any. I would look for something U.S. Air Force related or Captain Marvel related. Captain Hammer was the closest I could find.
Hey, as long as there's a captain in there somewhere.
Right?
So, Captain Hammer's here, hair blowing in the breeze. Oh, Fillion.
The hammer is my penis.
You ever think we'll see Fillion in a Marvel movie?
I was thinking about that on the way over here.
Of course you were.
Why haven't we seen Fillion, the biggest fanboy of them all?
Yeah.
In any Marvel...
The closest we got was him being in...
Guardians.
Yeah.
The voice of one of the monster things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate, because... Oh, and Jude Law, too. Coming back around to the movie we're actually supposed to be reviewing.
We do it our way.
I finally watched Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, and after watching that this past week and then watching Captain Marvel again last night, it just reminds me yet again how thankful we all should be that we live in a world where Jude Law is part of the entertainment that we get to consume.
He's a handsome fellow.
He is, and incredibly talented. He's in one of my most favorite underrated movies of all time, and that's Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow.
I liked him in Gattaca.
Of course you did.
What? What is your problem with Gattaca? Gattaca was great.
Gattaca was...
I will slap your teeth straight.
Yeah. We will agree to disagree. So that's going to do it for the non-spoiler portion. We're going to go ahead and get into some spoiler portions of this movie now. If you haven't seen it, Captain Marvel yet, go out, see it, come back, and then you can participate in the spoiler conversation. Cutman.
Yes.
How much of a roller coaster did this movie take you on as far as reveals and stuff?
I really dug the whole backstory with the Tesseract.
Yeah.
And finding, where that's been. I mean, they pulled it out of the ice.
They didn't, though, because I was thinking about that on the way from the movie theater. Because when Howard Stark's in the submarine down looking around, and they find it, he says, just leave that there, we'll keep looking.
Well, what happened? How did it go from the depths of the ocean to what's-her-face's lab?
Annette Bening must have gone and gotten
Yeah.
it. So, and that's what I like about this reveal is how, we assumed that S.H.I.E.L.D. picked it up then, but no, that was not what happened.
Right.
So, and I did like the cat.
Goose.
I'm not a cat person, but that cat was funny. So it, or the Furlack, what was it called?
I forget what it's called, but
Yeah.
it's got the things that shoot out of its mouth.
Yeah. So, well,
Furry alien.
yeah. Definitely.
Bite your head off, man.
And I also liked the reveal that Ben Mendelsohn was not the villain.
Right.
I should have known, my nerd brain should have remembered that there were good Skrulls, but I didn't remember because I'm so used to Ben Mendelsohn being the bad guy and he looked like a bad guy, with the green skin and the...
I wouldn't trust that guy.
No, but...
I'd cross the street.
Monster with a heart of gold, turns out. So, and then getting to see Jude Law as a bad guy was always good stuff. So, anything else about Captain Marvel that stood out to you?
Yes. The after credit scene.
I knew you were
Come on!
there. Yeah. No, that was outstanding. Just seeing them, and it was actually like we were watching part of Endgame.
Yeah.
And that was...
And I wonder if that was, those end credit scenes are generally shot by the directors of the next movie.
Well, I have a feeling that end credit scene, we're going to see that scene in Endgame, because they did the same thing at the end of Ant-Man. Mm-hmm. I think it was Ant-Man, where they showed the post-credit scene of Ant-Man was them with Bucky in the thing from Civil War.
That's right.
And then that scene was in Captain America Civil War.
Right.
So, I have no doubt that end credit scene that we saw in Captain Marvel was shot by
the Russos.
By the Russos.
Yeah. I feel like that as well. And I really dug it. I mean, they're bantering back and forth. We'll reboot it and turn around and boom, there she is.
Yeah.
Where's Fury? Perfect.
Yeah. Looking, I liked how they did her costume with the little girl, doing the different colors and stuff like that. I thought that was really, really cool because it was
USAF.
Yeah, no, it was funny because about 2/3 of the way through the movie we're sitting at, and it hit me. It's like, oh wait, when did she get her red and blue suit? She's not in it yet. I don't. Oh, that's how they're gonna do it. That's funny. Okay,
right.
Cool. So, but yeah, and then of course the post credit scene with the cat
with Goose spitting up the Tesseract,
coughing up the Tesseract. Yeah, that was done incredibly well.
Yeah.
So.
Did you see any of the interview that Brie Larson did when she was talking about going up in the F-15?
Yeah.
And they were like, am I going to get sick? It's like 50-50. And she goes up there and throws up the whole time. She gets back down. She's like, I threw up. They're like, oh, yeah, it was 100% that you were going to throw up.
There was no chance you were not going to throw up. You were doing combat simulation. So, yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, no, very, very much. We will watch her career with great interest, as the Palpatine once said. Anyway, we are just a matter of weeks away from figuring out what is going to happen with Thanos. And, oh my God, I gotta tell this story. So,
let's have it.
We're sitting there, the end credit scene is done, the lights come up, and I hear this kid who was, I don't know, maybe 12, 13, there with his family or whatever. He goes, that was crap. And he goes, no, that was incredibly mediocre. And I went, yeah, but it was incredibly entertainingly mediocre, right? And he starts babbling, and he's wearing a Spider-Man shirt, and he goes, man, DC all the way. And I went, you can like both.
Yeah.
It's okay for you to like both. And his dad looks at me, and he goes, it's okay. He's just mad at Thanos. I went, yeah, he's not alone in that. A lot of people are kind of upset with the big purple guy. So anyway, funny story to end our review of Captain Marvel on. I really, really like this movie. A lot more than I think a lot of people are going to. I could see why people are going to have some angsty stuff with it. Some of the humor kind of didn't land. It landed all for me. But it definitely, some of it seemed a little bit forced, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to hate this movie just because they want to hate this movie, and I hope that's not you. And if you want to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, we can have a discussion about what you thought of Captain Marvel. We're going to be here breaking down summer blockbusters that are going to be coming out all throughout the summer. We've got lots of cool stuff this summer. We've got Endgame. We've got Spider-Man Homecoming. We've got Godzilla. We've got Dark Phoenix.
Oh, looking forward to Dark Phoenix,
I've rewatched that second trailer for Dark Phoenix.
Did you watch the international trailer?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm slowly coming around a little bit on it.
Come around.
Yeah. And of course, several others throughout the rest of the year. We'll be here breaking it all down. I hope you stick around with us. Subscribe to the channel just by clicking on this button right here. I've got something else fun for you to watch right
We'll
up
know
here.
if you don't.
And we will, because we'll know when our subscription numbers go up, because we get little notifications on this little device. Anyway.
And Lou might just come over and knock on your door and find out why.
I do that from time to time. We'll see you next time.